So I figured we would do a little bit today. Since we're done at 9:15. We'll do a little bit today. My guess is we won't get to any new work or anything like that. We're just gonna kind of cover multiplying. But I feel like this should go pretty well since this is exactly what the last packet was. Lamar, we're gonna start with Lamar, because he was on his phone. I don't understand how that's a good excuse. I mean, if nothing, I thought maybe you were gonna try to say it was involving math, but.
It's like with real money, so, yeah, that's your fault, man.
Well, I mean, put your phone away. If you were dumb enough to actually do that, then that was your fault.
3 times $7.
Should we talk about all the things that are illegal for you to do right now, or what? Okay. Okay. Lamar,
I'm still ahead of
top first example up there says 3x times 5x is 15x squared. So this is what we just did with the exponents packet. How did we get x squared?
Wait, what?
This is the page right after the second worksheet.
Because they're one.
Yep. Okay, how did we get the 2 then?
Yeah, I get it.
Perfect. So if you're multiplying the letters, you add their powers. Now, where this is going to get confusing is yesterday when we were doing adding and subtracting. You only add and subtract the numbers in the front. When you're doing multiplying, then you have to deal with the powers as well. So, over the years, this is where people start getting confused, is when we have to start mixing together all the different types of things. Lamar, who are we going to choose here?
Well,
Moa.
yeah.
I was hoping you could explain this one. So,
It's the one I skipped here.
the one that you skipped. Oh. How's it helpful to work ahead if you're going to skip stuff?
I skipped that.
All right, so we've got half a cubed b, a squared c squared, negative 6b squared. I'm not even looking for a super detailed explanation, but like,
You multiply.
okay,
So,
multiply the numbers in the front, so the half and the
the half and the
negative 6, good.
That would be -3, and then the variables. See how you have 2 A's? One
Yep.
A3 and A2.
Yep.
That becomes A5.
So what do you do with their powers? But you're right.
I asked.
You add the powers, good.
And then the B, there's B1 and then B2, so that's B3.
Perfect. You kind of just put everything together.
And C2.
Okay, excellent. Do you want me to write a rule suggestion for this one since we just did it last packet?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Rule suggestion. Multiply numbers in the front first.
No, I was 13 and 8.
No, did you say she was a freshman?
I said that.
Doesn't make any sense. That's a child.
But she's turning 14.
She's turning 13.
She's turning 14.
All right, you guys' weird conversation is being recorded, Dave.
Also weird.
Yeah. Oh, Danielle. I wasn't gonna have.
That wasn't.
Okay, Cohen has done worse.
You certainly can. Wait, like what?
All right, if you wanna write that down, just, yeah, I'll wait, I'll wait. I saw it was being used. Can we stop the conversation?
Great kid. He's lying, bud. Okay, wait.
Guess what? We were stopping that conversation.
Yeah, it's over, it's over.
Yeah, not even after me.
Now, I kinda wanted to hurry through this page a little bit, because I wanted to get to the next page on distribution, which I think you'd be fine with, but we didn't do distribution, in the last packet. This page is exactly what we did in the last packet, mainly just dealing with the powers. The main thing you should notice on all of these problems is there's no addition or subtraction anywhere up here. So if you're just multiplying a bunch of things, you can combine them all together. But as soon as you have like addition and subtraction in there, then it's different, and that's what the next page is. I mean, do you have that done? Okay. Okay, here's what I wanted to get to. So, multiplying monomials by a polynomial distribution. That sounds horrible. Monomial, wait, we should go with somebody. What? Why? Who's looking? Isaac, do you remember what a monomial is?
It's like one.
Perfect. One thing, one term. Okay, we'll go with Alan now. Do you remember what a polynomial was? So monomial was when there was one term, one thing. Poly, a bunch. 3 works, but a bunch. So polynomial is just kind of like a generic word that stands for any number of terms. So we're just going to say more than one term. What the heck? So every single one of these problems is going to have one item in front of the parentheses. That's the monomial. Inside the parentheses, we'll have more than one term. Maddie, I bet Maddie remembers this. Do you remember how we separate the terms, or like what's in between terms? I'm not sure the best way to phrase that. Like if we have 3 different terms there. Yeah, there has to be plus or minus signs. If there's plus or minus signs there, that's how we know there's more than one term. So like this very first one, oh, here, I forgot to turn the monitor. This very first one, we've got 5 times 3 things on the inside. We're going to specifically take this one item in the front and multiply it times each of the 3, like 3 separate little problems. And we're going to write the 3 separate little problems as 3 separate answers. So this very first one's kind of a very small one with not much there. 5 times 2x squared, we would do 5 times the 2. There's no other letters to combine together, so we just leave the x squared alone. 5 times x, they're different to start with, so we just write them next to each other. 5 times the 4 is 20. And then you keep the signs, like the plus or minus signs, you keep those in between. let's go to like the fourth one here, because that's got more parts. So you've got 4A in the front, so one thing. And then that 4A is gonna be taken times both the others, and we're gonna get two complete separate little problems with two separate little answers. The 4A times the A5B, well, there is no other numbers, so 4 will be the answer. And then we've got an A times an A5, add their powers to get to 6. We've got an A times the B, oh, shoot, nope, let me say that differently. This becomes all one thing, and we're kind of just combining the like letters together. Now, once you get that answer, then we're gonna do 4A times 2B squared, and kind of combine together everything that goes together, so the 4 and the 2 that makes the 8. There is no other A's, so we would leave that alone. There is no other B's, so then that would stay B squared on its own as well. The distributing part, in your, whether you do it in your mind or whether you write it down, if you treat them all like separate little problems, then it goes usually pretty well. The key part is that the plus and minus signs separate the problems. And I think you guys are pretty good at just knowing that something in the front of a parentheses, you multiply it out. Just like when we did the minus sign multiplied out yesterday, same thing. Your rule suggestion, oh boy. I feel like this one's gonna be longer than. Take your term front of the parentheses I don't know if there's really a good way to write this as a short statement. But our goal is anything that's in front of the parentheses, you multiply towards the stuff on the inside. Are we supposed to shame Jackie because she dropped her bottle? Okay, good. Okay, my thought was we would do a couple of the problems together down below, and then that's probably gonna be like the end of the hour already. Who isn't on today? Alan, you get to pick who's going next.
Bullying.
That's not bullying, that's definitely not bullying. I was gonna remind her of that she volunteered to use it. Okay. Emma, start me with that first one. Is it easier for you just to tell me what to write for an answer, or do you want some guidance? Okay.
Plus 21x
Squared? Yep. No, that was good. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you just wanted some help on it or not. Okay? Pick somebody over here if you can. Or just give me a number if you don't want to choose somebody specifically. Maddie? Yeah, she did. I called on her. Okay, 5? Okay, that was gonna be Maddie again. Let's count the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alexis, how are we feeling about this second one? Do you want some guidance on it? Do you want, I don't know. I figure I'll just kind of let you choose. So we're taking, we're gonna take that towards the two things on the inside. So we've got the -2 times the 6 first.
-12.
Yep. And then do you remember what to do with the letter portion out of that? R3 times R2? Perfect. Okay, and then I was gonna write a plus. Actually, you know what, I will. We'll just make that easy. I'm just gonna rewrite that same symbol, and then -2 times the 2,
-4.
-4, and then I will just keep the letters the same because there wasn't another one to add on to it. Okay, good? Brody, help me with this third example, which up here probably is gonna be the toughest one out of this 6. Possibly.
You multiply the 3 times the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done?
Well, no, you gotta add like the variables like A and 6 and B 3.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay?
Then you gotta multiply the negative, wait, hold on.
Yes. No, you caught on to it. That's why I thought this would be the hardest one up here.
Okay, then you gotta multiply the -3 by the,
Oh, nope.
oh, no.
We don't.
This one's different because you guys are in the section with distributing. You're not supposed to take this first one times each of those other
Oh, it's
2.
just like
Yeah. There is no addition or subtraction up here. So there isn't like separate terms to do it, distribute it to. This one is like the previous page where you're just gonna multiply everything together all at once because there's no addition or subtraction. So you're gonna do -3 times -2 times -1, -6, and then all of the A's you're gonna put together. So A6, A7, 13, and then all of the B's together, B3, B2, 5. When there's no addition or subtraction, it's a very different problem. Oh, we got time for one more. Everybody's starting to pack up. Brody, who are we gonna call on?
Sebastian.
Okay, Sebastian, I will let you choose which one of these 3 on the bottom you wanna do. Guide me through one of these 3. The 4th one? Sounds good. Am I going to multiply it? How should I say this? Am I gonna distribute it? Is there addition or subtraction? There's subtraction, yep. So I'm gonna distribute it times these other 2. Moa, sit down, we're not packing up. Okay,
So it's gonna be 10A4
perfect, 10A4.
minus 1.
This'll actually, well, okay. So I can write a minus sign if I want. Now I'm going to take -2 times the 1, so we get -2. So you can write minus -2 if you would like. Otherwise, we're just going to take like the -2 times -1 almost, and make it +2, A3. Okay, I feel like we should save these 2 problems down here that we can do together at the beginning of the hour tomorrow to kind of refresh us how to do this. And then we'll go from there.